Today I'm going to be telling you about a cool new electronic lighter. Welcome to Snail Trail 4x4. If you like building Toyotas and going off-roading, then this is the channel for you. Even though today we're going to be talking about some electronics. Anyways, hammer down on that subscribe button and look forward to future 2-Minute Tuesday videos like this. Today I'm going to be talking to you about an electronic lighter from Bell and Howell. They call this the Taclighter. It is a tiny little thing. It kind of looks like a jewel in a way, or a big USB pod. And what's neat about it is that it's all in its own little shape, and own little case. When you take off the top here, you can see that there's the little electrode part that is on the inside, but it won't come out until you slide up the button right there. When you slide up the button, it shows the power button underneath, so while it's down, there's no way for you to hit that power button. So when you slide it up, then you can hit it. What it does is it shoots some electricity between it. Can you see that? They say it's some sort of like plasma or some high voltage electricity, and what you do is you can then put an object in between that, and it'll light it on fire. But I think what we need to do is we need to really test it and see how it works. Alright, so I just have some standard paper here, and I'm going to pull off the cap. I'll put that in my pocket for safekeeping. Push up this guy, and I'll just kind of leave it loose. And so I'm just going to stick the paper between that electrode. Whoa! It's kind of interesting. It actually like cut a hole in it at first. Burnt through it, and then it started going. So that's cool. That worked right off the bat. Let's try some cardboard now. Let's see if that's too smoky. Just something a little bit thicker to see how that works. It takes a little bit more, but there it goes. It's going. I got some ash flying away. Alright, so I grabbed a match, just in case you lost the scratcher or whatever, so you can, we'll get that going here. Let's see. So that one goes. This is a weatherproof match. It's good for the rain and snow and a bunch of wind and things like that. It's hard to blow these out. These are a great survival tool to have. Another small thing I carry with me in my survival kit in my like little bag is these are the child-proof blowout candles, the ones where the kids blow them and then they reignite. These are also a really good thing to have in your survival bag, because if it's windy out, you can light one of these with it. Oh, just started. But that totally works to light up the candle. It works great. That's why they're good to have as a safety gear, because they're hard to blow out and the wind wouldn't blow them out. So that's a good safety equipment to have. So now we're going to try this, just a small little twig, and you just leave that in there. Oh. It lights. Oh, there it goes. It's on fire. That's crazy. So it can light something. It's pretty high voltage or high amperage or however that works. And it definitely lights something on fire. What else shall we try? You know what it does do, and I didn't mention earlier, is it works really well in wind conditions, because it's just bouncing everything between those two electrodes or those two sensors. And so if it's windy, it's just this current bouncing back and forth, and so the wind doesn't affect it at all. So in a high, big, very massive windy conditions, you can still light stuff. And so that's one of the big benefits of this. Another thing we're going to try is we have this rope that I cut off that is sort of frayed and kind of nasty. And I'm going to see if it will act as closing up that and sealing it down. I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah, it melts it pretty easily. Yeah, that did a great job. I don't know if you can see that. A little too close. but it totally took the fray out of it completely, and it's all sealed up. That worked out really well for it as well. All right, so I also wanted to show you that you can light propane and butane and those other things on fire. So here we are it's on high, and you can just put this in there and it lights it right up. So this is a really cool product, a really cool tool. Flameless, lit flames, makes flames, flameless lighter, burns knuckle hair. Proven. So the big pros about this lighter are that it's a flameless lighter, so it works really well in windy conditions, and it's actually waterproof, and we didn't really show that off, but you can dip this down in water and pull it right out, and it'll work just fine. It does take electricity to charge, so if you're the type of person that goes out into the wilderness and doesn't pre-charge things, then this might not be the lighter for you. But if you are the type of person that can charge things and it'll wait a while, because this one will last, we're up on like 4 months and it's halfway drained, and we did a whole bunch of lighting and playing right now, and it's still only halfway drained. So it does last a long time, but just take into account that a rechargeable lighter might not just be that type of lighter that you use that often. Maybe just a standard old gas lighter might be it. However, if you enjoy these cool techie tips, hammer down on that subscribe button, and don't forget, keep crawling.